Good morning. It is an honor for me to give the acceptance speech on behalf of all individual winners. Each of my fellow awardees' achievement and laurel celebrate the spirit of equal opportunity and empowerment. On behalf of Ashish Jha, Bhavani Shankar, Mahantish G.K., Kajal Dhawan, Neeta Parag Panchal, and myself, Ankit Rajiv Jindal, we would like to thank NCP-EDP for conferring us with the 15th NCP-EDP Shared Helen Keller Awards. We would like to thank the eminent jury who did the tough job of evaluating all the nomination and believing the 6 of us could be ambassadors for persons with disabilities. We would like to thank all our institutions and organizations who have recommended us for this prestigious honor. Our achievements is not a result of our individual efforts alone, but a manifestation of all the support we have received so far. We would like to thank our parents, siblings, spouses, guardians, and all our relatives who have loved, mentored, and supported us through this journey. We would like to thank our friends, peers, colleagues, mentors who have traveled along with us and made this journey very exciting. We would like to thank all those whom we have missed citing now, but have certainly played an important role in our journey so far. If you look at the list of awardees this year, there is an interesting pattern that we can observe. The 6 of us represent different regions of the country, have different disabilities, and have a fairly balanced gender ratio. The awardees comprises of a very interesting mix. Ashish, Bhavani, and myself represent the corporate sector. We have Kajal from one of India's largest industry body, the CII, Mahantish, who's been empowering people through education, and Neeta, who's been working relentlessly and advocating for the rights of persons with disabilities. A level G, you would see the spread of initiatives our awardees have undertaken to create a level playing field. Ashish and Bhavani have been working in the area of technology. Neeta and Mahantish have promoted sports for persons with disabilities. And Neeta and myself have authored books, the former for inspiration, latter for inclusion. Isn't it fascinating? From excellence in corporate world to advocating to the government. From creating an educational institute to establishing an inclusive transportation service. From working on new technologies to promoting sports and sporting tournaments, our awardees truly reflect the spirit of equal opportunity and empowerment. As I conclude, I would like to leave a 3-point agenda for all employers, private and public, to become officers of equal opportunity and increase employability. First, create awareness and educate yourself. We need the corporate India to be educated on the needs of persons with disability and how to go about it. There are myths, there are stereotypes that are required to be burst. There are national laws, international treaties, and best practices that corporate can learn from various individuals, successful corporates, NGOs, and the whole lot of stakeholders. Second, adopt universal design. It is important that processes, policies, technology, infrastructure, information, products and services are designed in a manner which is usable by everybody to the greatest extent possible. By universal design, I do not mean designing only for persons with disabilities alone, but for everybody. Maybe women, senior citizens, or any other person such as people with certain health conditions, tall and short, etc. Take for instance, an HR policy should be analyzed by the HR manager to analyze the impact that it has on all stakeholders, including the women and the people with disabilities. Information and technology should be designed in a very accessible manner which is easy to understand and usable for everybody, including those with intellectual disabilities. Lastly, I would like to say, take sustainable and progressive action. It is important that the corporate India have a commitment of business priority for this initiative. They have appropriate accountability and commitment at the leadership level. By sustainable, I mean organizations should have a long-term view to create an inclusive environment and not have a short-term instant gratification or the low-hanging fruits. They should have a clear 3 to 5 year roadmap, articulated milestones in their aspiration to mature as a place of equal opportunity. That brings me to me that it should be progressive. There should be progress in each year on the measured aspects that are for employment and inclusion. On this note, I would like to thank NCPDP for conferring us with this award, and congratulations to all the winners. Thank you so much.